Welcome in, everyone. Today's video we are going to recap this BSX flow that hit the feed here today. Made a 140% intraday move. We're going to kind of look at the how it hit the flow feed. We're going to look at the raw flow, what stuck out, why I took the trade, and just kind of go through all that. So first off, I just want to show here, this is kind of how I posted it on X. Again, I post everything in real time. I don't edit my posts. I don't change anything. Again, 10:08, this M Central Time here. So I noticed BSX getting some action here. Spot price and IV was rising on the flow. I'll show you that in the raw flow feed here. But this was your contract. Average was 52 here. So we're going to hop over to the flow feed. Now, the flow feed is live throughout the day. So again, I'm Central Time. So we're going to go down to 10 o'clock. This is when that flow came in. I'll kind of show you how it would hit the flow feed. I can't run it live. You can't play it back, but we will take a peek as best as we can. So I'm sitting on the flow feed. Again, this updates throughout the day as flow comes in, and just kind of tracking the flow, looking through it, picking out good flow. There's typically usually more bad flow than good flow. It's just kind of trying to diagnose it, look at the flow, try to figure out what could be opening. So here's your flow. You're at 10:02 here, so what I noticed here is you see two trades come in here, same exact time, 10:06 and 30 seconds on the 10:10:98 BSX call. So what's sticking out to me here on the flow feed is I can see there's only 159 open contracts at the time. This flow's coming in at 50, and that's good. You're a little more towards the ask. If this flow just came in by itself, I'd probably kind of lean away from it. I don't like to kind of get that more mid flow. It can make it a little more diluted there where you can't always get a good direction. But you have this second piece of flow come in here. So you have heavy premium, heavy size, and then you see the spot increase and it's coming at the ask. Now this has my attention because I have a spot price increasing. You also see that IV increase there. So my next step here, I come and look at that contract, click on the 10:10:25. So this pulls up your kind of volume chart. I call it the volume chart. Again, you can always check your data down here. This is your historical volume to open interest. Again, 159 contracts open against 13,000 that came in here. So again, you can see that average fills 52, 709,000 in premium there. And you also see that spike in that net call premium here and that call volume as well here too. Good signs. Always kind of trying to combine as many data points as possible. Now, the next step, which a lot of people don't take, is to actually look at the raw flow feed. So we're going to pull that up here. Something I always like to do is pop the results out to 250 so I can just get a full view of that flow. I like to look at the flow around it, how it's impacted. So we're going to start down here at the bottom. So you can see that flow starts to come in here at 10:05, and this is all within 2 seconds. So you're getting a lot of repeated hits. So the repeated hits is just essentially flow coming in, a lot of flow coming in right at the same second. Not going to 100% know if it's the same person, so taking an educated guess just based off the time and lots of screen time, this is the same person. But when you get that flow maybe 3-4 minutes apart, makes it a little tougher. So the columns I'm looking at here, again, the timing, making sure that timing's similar. I'm looking at that bid-ask spread. The spot, which is obviously where that the fill price of the contract. I keep an eye on the size, the premium, and the IV. I like to see that IV increase. So you can see that it's increasing right here. So at 29.04, you see that flow coming up. Keeping an eye on that. So that spot price is increasing all the way up here too. So you're at 50. Just following this up. So now we're all sitting in ask side flow. So I'm just following this up. And it's a little wider spread too. So that kind of draws my attention that this person may be a little more aggressive. So again, following this up. Now, this is where it should really catch your eyes. So we have a floor trade come in here, and you can also see after that floor trade comes in, that IV stays the same there. And then you have another bigger spike in that IV. So that's a pretty big spike in IV, and that spot price increases there. This, to me, reads as a buy. So good sign there. Obviously that spot price coming up, IV comes up, looks good. And you can obviously see again here from that 31.23 you hit 31.32 and then 32.52. Looks good there. All your data points are aligned. And here's your flow from that 52, and your yellow line is just the contract movement for the day. Very easy trade today that moved very well. I mean, we had a high here of 125 on the day, and just here's your contract movement the whole way up here. So this just continuously coming up. Very nice move. Obviously pulled back a little bit here towards the end of the day, but we hit a high there of 125. So these contracts moved from that 52 up to 125, and looks like a good chunk of this is still in here. I mean, you have some other candles in here, but you can always check that open interest in the morning. But that's what makes it easier when, especially if you're newer to using unusual whales and tracking the volume. You don't see any massive volume spikes. Now, if we had a volume spike of like 10,000, that's probably the whale taking some profits there. But very good little breakdown there. Very good move on those intraday. Again, 52 cents to $1.25 per contract. So 140.38% intraday move. Very smooth, easy, clean trade. Textbook flow. And yeah, just kind of wanted to do a quick little video breakdown on it. Have a great evening, everyone.